What's up, YouTube? This your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And today we have to talk about the JBA tryouts out in Chicago. I was there live in full effect with the whole Big Baller Brand team, and it was just a dope experience, man. We're gonna go to ins and outs and ends on that thing, man. I was there. I asked 100,000 and 5 million billion questions. So we're gonna go through all of that stuff right now. Let's go.
Get it started, man. Look who we got. Look who I got with me. AB the Hero.
What's up, man?
AB the Hero. Let me know how we get out, boy.
Oh, I know for sure.
Hey, we got to have you on deck, baby.
Yeah, we good.
I like your style, dog. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I like it, man.
Sure, I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you over there with my brother, man, handling business. We finna do some big things, man.
For sure.
There
I
we go.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all.
People out there that's real, man.
Hey,
they don't understand. We finish doing what we doing, they gonna look back at this shit and say we should have gave that boy $1 billion and let it go.
Exactly. For sure.
First off, one of the dopest things, man, is when you think of Big Baller Brand, you think of LeVar, Lonzo, Jello, Mello, right? And those folks, you see them, that's the face of the business for sure, face of the brand. But it was cool to see all of the people who working behind the scenes, who helping with logistics and putting the small things in place, and who are like the oil, who makes that well-oiled machine well-oiled, you feel me? And it's like Alan, who I talked to a lot. That was one who I talked to, invited me out there. Just listening to him talk about the vision and where the brand is going and JBA and all those things was crazy. Lonzo, Demo, LeVar's brother, this dude Arzel, security guard Nick, David. It was just a ton of folks out there, man, who were working behind the scenes. It was a cool experience meeting all of them. But let's get into the tryout. So it's about 100 folks who showed up there, which sounds like it's pretty standard. I feel like the most they had was 300 at one tryout. Before they made the first cut down to 20, it was like 5-on-5 half court, 5-on-5 full court, switch courts, 5-on-5. They played a ton of basketball. Everybody in there at some point went against everybody in there. They cut that thing down to 20, so they went from 80 to 20 in one cut, which obviously that eliminated a lot of folks, a lot of sad faces, man. But it was cool because after every time they had a cut, somebody would come in and talk to everybody and be like, look, try out next year, it's not too late, you know what I'm saying? Just still kind of pushing that thing of like, yo, this is just part of the process of becoming a pro basketball player. Like, somebody got to get cut, keep going, and just kind of pushing that positivity at every turn. One of the funny things was they definitely have age restrictions, so it's 17 to 19 in order to play in the JBA, right? So I guess they've had these issues with folks who lie about their age, and then like, so where they had to say, look, if you are not 17 to 19, you 20, you 21, you too old, let us know before we call your name and say you made it to the next cut, and then you get to the end and you can't get on the squad anyway, right? Don't steal somebody else's spot. So the first dude that they pick up and they say, yo, man, how old are you? And he's running to get his shirt and he's like, yo, I'm 20, but today is my birthday. And it was like, oh man. So I guess they do make some special considerations if you like turning 20 during the season or sometime like that. But it's really got to be like, hey, you got to have a great story of why you're 20 and you still want to play in the JBA. Everybody just got the experience of trying out. Then also they had everybody take a picture with Lonzo, so they sent that out to folks. So you got at least a picture with Lonzo if you just showed up. Under that 20, they went back 5-on-5s this time, full court. Same thing, everybody played everybody. cut it down to 10. And I'm talking about the first like cut took a minute because they had to watch a ton of people play, but that second cut was pretty quick.
77, 63, 34, 35, 37, 58, 39, and 62.
They got it down to the top 10. Then they kind of were more strategic about like, all right, we want these 5 on this team, not 5 on that team. We want these matchups here just to see who is the top talent in here. And then those 10 played each other. They got it down to 2. Now this was an interesting thing of like, this is definitely a league or tryouts where they looking for real life hoopers, right? Not just some dude who like, you know what I'm saying? It's not one of those like reality shows where they come to town and it's 8 spots. They're gonna take the top 8 at the thing. If you can't hoop, they come to your city and none of y'all can hoop. They're not taking any of y'all. So they were there and they took home 2 folks, you know what I mean, who they felt like these dudes got potential at like doing something right now to get to the next level, right? If that's not where your game is, then like I said, they'll talk and be like, look, you just need to work a little bit more and get there, but they only want straight hoopers, right? So that was cool because I feel like that's one of the things that people are thinking of, like, man, they just gonna take whoever and it's people. Nah, if you can't hoop, you're not getting on there. They picked 2 dudes. One dude was from Indianapolis, another dude was from Chicago. Both of them, you could tell from, I could tell from when I first got in there and I was watching people play, like, okay, that dude can hoop, and okay, that dude can hoop, right? There was this moment where the one kid who got picked, he just was jumping out the gym. Like, it was this session where they were kind of evaluating and talking about stuff in between switching drills, and the cameras from Facebook were recording people like dunking, and this dude was just flying. Bam! And it was crazy because like he dunked like, when I say like 3 times and nobody was watching, and he just kept gliding and windmilling. Then all of a sudden the dude, somebody was like, yo, hold on, stop, do that again.
Yo, do that again.
Hey, look. I mean, I'm trying to see that video. That was good.
And then got everybody's attention and they just watched him fly and windmill again. And then from that point, like, he was, they had an eye on him from like the rest of the time, but I had already kind of seen him working throughout the whole process. I want to say it's about 8 people there with the Big Baller brand who was evaluating players, but still, when you got 100 folks, it's hard to like catch every moment from everybody. So if like you in there, it's important to like really take advantage of every opportunity that you have if you got the ball in your hand to like go hard, because 2 things, like, that may be the moment that somebody's watching you, right? They might be looking at you in that moment, so you need to like make sure you're doing something to get their attention. But then there's these times where when things were pretty chill, where like I could see kids who were hooping or just shooting around, like in a period where you wouldn't think you were being evaluated, and everybody was still watching, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a kid, they were like, man, oh, the one kid, I don't know if he gonna make it. Then we find him and he over in the corner draining threes, and they're like, well, he a shooter, let's keep him. So it's like that. If you in there and you get a shot, as soon as you touch the building, man, be in basketball mode, and every time that ball roll out, put it in your hands and put it in a hoop or do something with it, because you just really never know who is watching. I would say this. Also, they had alternates, so they picked the 2 kids, and then eventually they went back and picked 3 kids, I want to say. I'll say young adults, 3 young dudes to be alternates for Chicago. So they only picked up 2, and then the other thing is in the other cities they picked up as many as 7. This time they only had 2, and then with the 3 alternates, and then one of the alternates was this kid. He was just tall, and he could play a little bit, but he was more trying to play on the wing, and he wasn't like great on the wing, but he had enough size to be like a big man. So they was like, yo, come on, it's over. And they had him work some drills to see if he could like do a drop step, show us what post moves you got, to see if he could play down low. And he did good enough to like get that alternate spot. So it was cool to see this kid. It was like sad that he like didn't make it to like, oh shoot, I got another shot, let me go take advantage of it, and then really did to the best of his ability. That was cool there, man. I would say what I picked up on, and if you were thinking about trying out for the JBA, just come in there, man. A ton of energy, play as hard as you can, take advantage of every moment. You never know who's watching, and be tall. If you're tall, you can't teach height. If you know somebody who hella tall, send them in there, because it's basketball. Basketball is a big man sport. That's what they need. And have some swag, man. Everybody likes the kid who feel, and you can tell he think he got the game, and he looked the part and looked the role. Like that's the dude. It's about catching eyes in that kind of environment. So many folks there. You got to do something that people are like, yo, let's watch him a little bit more. Like, we need to see more from him. That dude's got some swag. He's got something about him. That's cool, man. So the tryout was, like I said, it was so smooth, in and out, bang, bang, bang. It was folks in there. As far as I heard, somebody came from was Louisville to Chicago, so that's like a 5 or 6 hour drive to the tryout. The one dude who got on was from Indianapolis. That was 3 hours. That's where I drove up from. So it was pretty cool. Then after the tryouts was over, we took a tour of the arena that they're going to play in when they come to Chicago. It was in the Wintrust Arena. Dope facilities, holds 10,000 people. We've seen the locker rooms, the media rooms, VIP rooms. And the thing is so crazy because you got to realize this is big baller brand. So it's all about the experience.
We're in Chicago, JBA. I'm at the Wintrust Arena. That's where we're going to be playing the games out here. I mean, it's a nice arena, man. Come out here, get the game on. We're going to be observing and have a good time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not doing nothing small. Everything that they do has to be big baller. So the arena, big baller. Like, if you come to watch, it's going to be a big baller event. You're going to get LeVar, you're going to get Lonzo, Jello, Melo, all of that stuff. I want to even say, like, Lonzo might even be performing at halftime type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like that kind of lit experience. You know what I mean? So, and then obviously the merch is going to be on deck. You're going to be able to pull up, shop to your heart's content, grab all the BBB gear you can get. It's going to be dope. You're going to be able to get the merch, sit down, watch some young talent, run up and down the court. It's going to be fast-paced, high-octane offense. And it's going to be just an experience, man. It's going to be something to be cool to be a part of as a player, but then even cool to be part of when they roll through your city, and it's just a movement in your space. I would say, man, to me, I think that this whole JBA thing, especially from what I picked up on it, it's just a great opportunity, man. Being in there and you hear some of the stories of some of these players who were in there and who were trying to get that extra shot, trying to get an opportunity, and listening to some folks who this is their last chance. You know what I'm saying? This is people who feel like this their last chance. Some folks who feel like it's their second chance, plan B, plan C, you know what I mean? And some folks where this is plan A, you know what I mean? Like, this is what they really, really, really want to do. And I feel like if you fall into any of those categories, man, that is the space for you, because they're looking for hoopers. Folks who really, really want to play this game and want to get paid to do it. Real money, real experience, because then after the season is over, if you're one of the top players, you get to go play in this international tournament. And like how they had the Big Baller Brand Challenges, you get to do that somewhere across seas. So when you start talking about exposure, and it's the same thing if you follow the channel, I talk about with Vitotas and how that situation is such a equally beneficial situation for the Ball family, Big Baller brand, and Vitotas, because Vitotas is a last place LKL team, and they are doing things that like a first place LKL team wish they could do. Go to London and play in the Big Baller brand Clash, bringing teams from all over the world to come in and play at your arena and just expand the brand. Like, that's just a dope thing to be a part of. And so as a player, you get access to that. You get access to all of the folks who want to come in and be a part of the Big Baller brand movement, and then they gonna learn your name, learn who you are, and all that stuff. And it just was dope to me, man. It was a good time. Oh, also, quick, man, I want to say this. I want to do some type of giveaway, man, on the channel. I feel like this was such a dope experience for me, and like I realized that, man, I only even got the shot because you all mess with me so much. Even the fact that, like, even past the fact of like y'all watch the stuff and like and comment and all of that stuff, but like that should motivate me to even want to keep doing this stuff because y'all appreciate it so much and I appreciate it. So I want to do some type of giveaway. And while I was there, your main man Alan hooked me up with this shirt right here. So it's one of them Big Baller brand tees, Laker colorway. And so I feel like, man, I want to do a giveaway. I was just gonna say, man, let's come out with like y'all like videos so much, but man, this is Big Baller brand, so we gotta do a Big Baller style, man. Right now I think we had about 500 subs. When we get to 1,000, let's say 1,500, just to make it Big Baller style, you feel me? Then we'll give this away, and then possibly by then I'll have some more merch that I can like share and give away as well. But man, I appreciate y'all subbing, checking out the content, man. If y'all got any more questions, let me know. And realistic, because this is my 4th time making this video. It was 40 minutes, it was 25 minutes, and then now it's down to whatever it is now when I get finished. And so it's a ton of things that happened that I want to talk about. So I'll probably be rolling stuff out, man. But if you got questions, let me know. New York and Philly this weekend, Big Baller brand Tryouts. If you know somebody, man, send them out there. It's gonna be a movement. It's gonna be a movie. It's your main man, AB the Hero. I'm out. Peace.